Okay, we have relocated with Josh Chernila to a little bit more quiet locale, and the question that I want to ask him before we let him get on with his day at the convention is that, Josh, it strikes me that there are a lot of similarities between Kentucky and Virginia, rural areas as well as urban centers, and we also have history in the mountains and those political dynamics as well. I'm wondering. Virginia has been more successful than Kentucky so far in articulating a progressive vision of government. What have you all done that has been successful that we might be able to translate to Kentucky?
Well, I think that in some ways, Virginia is the dynamics of Virginia are significantly different. There is
okay. So my question.
It's not that it's invalid. It's
okay.
just that you need to understand what's happening in Virginia
Lay
as
it on
well.
us.
You know, so that you're not too hard on yourself.
Okay.
Because what's happening in Virginia is the demographics of Virginia are drawing it out of the South. It is in reality the probably ever since 1998, 99. Virginia has no longer been a southern state and has moved firmly into a position of being mid-Atlantic, just solely based on sort of cultural identification of the median populace. So very large, diverse immigration is happening in the northern part of Virginia, and while southern part of Virginia and Tidewater area may still be in many ways very, very similar and very sort of culturally connected to the South, there are very significant changes if redistricting doesn't completely gerrymander Virginia against the Democrats, in decades to come, Virginia will be strongly considered a mid-Atlantic state electorally.
Okay.
That being said, there is a very large opportunity, and it may be even a larger opportunity in Kentucky than it has been in Virginia, to articulate and to reconnect with the critical politics that is the heart of the Democratic Party. It's the heart of the Democratic Party that we have moved away from significantly, and as we've moved away from, we have opened up the door for Republicans to come in and take control of it, and that is the concept of economic fairness.
Mm-hmm.
If you listen to our Senator Jim Webb is probably the Senate's most articulate crusader for the concept of economic fairness, and what it essentially means is you stand up for regular people. The Democratic Party needs to stand up for regular working class people. We've lost track of that in a lot of ways. And the more that you can circle every issue back to a vision, the way that Jim Webb describes it is that in Jacksonian democracy terms, that a great nation measures its value not at the pinnacle of its population, but at the base.
Mm-hmm.
And the more you bring back every issue to that critical core of economic fairness, the more you connect with voters, the more the party builds the relationship with voters so that they identify with them.
Mm-hmm.
And that is essentially the inoculation against these culture war, God, gays, and guns division issues that have so dramatically changed the politics of the last 30 years.
I think also, just as an example, when you take the issue of gays, when you try to frame that issue in terms of these are people who spend their lives together who have a difficult time without a will leaving their estate to their partner. That would be a way of tying that back into economic fairness.
Absolutely, and what you don't talk about. It's an issue of marriage equality, and these constitutional amendments, which Virginia unfortunately passed a constitutional
Kentucky got
amendment.
one too.
This is the first time that in Virginia, it was the first time that Thomas Jefferson's document, the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Virginia, had been used to take rights away from people. You know, we've reached the point now where we are doing fundamentally un-American things with the way that we are addressing things, because our politics have become divided, because our politics have become sort of the wealthy versus versus America, and the wealthy have won this.
Yeah. So the takeaway message for Kentucky progressives is economics.
Economic fairness. You fight for fairness. You fight, and the more that you show people that you're fighting for them, the more that they will trust you with the responsibilities to represent them in government.
Okay, Josh Chernila, thanks so much for taking time out of your day to come talk with us here at BlueGrassRoots.
Thanks a lot, Ben.
All right.